can be able to render out the image and then do a bit of compositing and create our final output. So to render out the image, you'll go to render image, and you'll give it a few seconds, I guess. Once it's done, I can minimize this. Then we can go to the compositing layout. In the compositing layout, it's going to be divided into two. We have the compositor at the bottom and then the image editor at the top. So whatever changes we make here, you're going to see them here in our image. So I'm going to click on new, and it's going to read from our render directly. But of course, if you do not, if you saved your render before, you can add the image node, and then you can click on open and import your image, then connect this to this, then you can remove this. But in our case, we don't need to do that because I've just rendered it right now. So the first thing that I want us to add is a simple RGB curves node. So I'm going to hit A, search for RGB, and then I'll click on RGB curves. Just slight color correction. So I'll zoom into the RGB curves, and I'll start by first of all adjusting all the colors under C. So I'll create a simple S curve. So I'll take this up, and you notice that it's going to update at the top, and then I'll come here, bring this down. So this is like a simple contrast curve, right? Then I'll go to the red channel, and I want to kind of bump up the red. So I'll come somewhere here, click and drag this up. Should make this a bit more red. Then I can select this node and hit M to mute, and then M to turn it back on, just to see the changes that I have made. So if you don't want to make it more red, that's fine. We can take it back to where it was, or we can select this and hit delete. Oh, not that, sorry. Control Z. So we can take it to where it was, but I want it to be slightly red. So somewhere there. So again, mute it. Okay. Then the other thing I want to add is I want the ends to be darkened a bit, although they're darkened, but I just want it to be a bit obvious. So at the bottom here, we have the vignette effect. So I can click and hold and drag it here. And then I can drag it where that line is. It should connect. Then we need to make a few changes on the vignette. I can reduce the factor. So I can increase the feather, then reduce the factor. Okay, reduce the feather a bit. Then I can mute it. So it's a subtle change, but I want to have it, right? So just a bit. So I go back to all the color channels. So this is what we have. And then in the RGB curves, if you want to reduce the effect of these changes, you can adjust the factor. So we can lower the factor, it goes back to defaults, and then you can take it to the changes that we've made. So you can maybe make it be at 0.5 so that it's not much. So M. Okay. Then we have this. So I'll take it maybe 2.7. I think that will work. Yeah. So once you're satisfied in this image editor, you can go to image at the top, save as, and then you change the name. So I'm going to call this Ring Pop Candy. And then choose your directory, and then under media type on the left hand side, we have image, format PNG, color RGBA. We can use RGB because essentially we don't have any transparency, but I'll leave it at RGBA because A is for alpha, which is transparency. The color depth, I'll set it to 16. and then I'll click on save. So under color management, I'm not changing anything. It's going to follow the same, but keep in mind I did not use any color management settings when I was setting up the project. So just tell it to follow the scene. But if you wanted to make changes, you can override and make these changes. So because I didn't use filmic and all of that. So follow scene and then click on save image. Your image should be saved. Okay. So this is how I created this product. Because it is a candy, so it is a product. That's how I created it in Blender.